tonight. Now, as those ice totals increase, we've got another equation that's not going to be good for us, and that's the wind gusts, Danielle. We're talking about wind gusts that could really increase those power outages tomorrow.
Exactly, Melissa. That's one thing we have been really focusing on these impacts with this storm system, whether that is the hazardous road conditions or the power outages. And we are already seeing those wind gusts have a really big impact. And this is before the peak of the storm. Right now, we've been seeing gusty winds really increasing over the last 3 or 4 hours. And as we continue through this system, we're going to see those winds really play a large part in what happens with our trees. Here's a look into Cherokee County. Earlier this evening, there was a tree down on power lines. This was sent in by the Cherokee County Emergency Manager. Good news is no one was injured. However, it's very important if you do come across a tree that's down, do not touch any power lines because they could still be live. Also, in Pickens County, there was a tree down. This is near Jasper. The good news is that tree has been cleared, but these wind gusts, they're going to continue to increase overnight tonight. We're starting to see more widespread high wind gusts, and as we put that forecast track into motion, timing this all out for you, around 1 a.m. we could really see that main line and that really big group of where that freezing rain will lie. That's where we're going to see those winds really increasing, and that's going to become a problem as those trees collect ice, because if we see any more trees coming down, they have the ice on them, maybe they come in contact with those power lines, that could increase our chance for seeing more power outages. And unfortunately, it looks like these winds will be gusty even going into Monday morning and Tuesday morning as well. That is going to play a big part in how it feels outside, Melissa. And that's the next component, really the next layer of this onion, if you will, for this storm system will be those cold temperatures for both Monday and Tuesday mornings.
Danielle, it's kind of insult to injury almost, because you've just had an ice storm. Your power might be out, and then the temperatures in the house are dropping, and the risk of pipes freezing increases as well because of that cold air. Look at this, though. This video coming in from Cleveland. This is a glazing of ice on the deck at Daniel's house in Cleveland out in White County. And we can also see, Daniel's going to show you his car as well. It looks like liquid, but this is actually all a glazing of ice, which is accreted and accumulated on the car. So everything's getting iced over as the temperatures drop hour by hour. So this is beginning. It's going to last through the overnight. Let's talk about the timeline, big picture, then we'll go hour by hour on that forecast track. Overnight tonight, rain turns to freezing rain. And as that freezing rain is ongoing for several hours, first it's going to coat any elevated surface, then it's going to start to coat those road surfaces as well. So anything untreated that didn't have brine lines on it or rock salt thrown down, those are going to be a slick ice skating rink first thing tomorrow morning. Tomorrow morning, the icing is ongoing. Freezing rain, especially before 6 a.m., will be pretty consistent and steady. As we get past then, it may turn into more freezing drizzle, but the damage is done. Slick roadways, outages northeast, and then Sunday afternoon, we're going to briefly warm up. I just want to show you a snapshot of tomorrow morning. Here's overnight. We dropped from 33 in Atlanta down to 31 by 1 in the morning, then 29 by 3:30. Look at this. Everywhere tomorrow, here in the metro and north, we're below freezing. So a very slick situation tomorrow morning. And as Danielle alluded to, those winds could increase, and that means the power outages start to come in.
All right, ladies, thanks.